Do you dream of fairies and princesses? Then you've come to the right place. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePauli, and in today's House of Mouse headlines, a new holiday cavalcade is available at Disney California Adventure, plus the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions honors Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. That and so much more, so let's get to it.
Here are the latest news from the Walt Disney Company in today's House of Mouse headlines.
If you're looking for a deal for Walt Disney World park tickets, you may be happy to hear that the 4-park Magic ticket has returned. With this ticket, you're able to visit each of the 4 Walt Disney World theme parks for one day each without park hopping. The cost does vary based on the dates you'll be booking, but it's always a much better value. In addition, for an upcharge, you can add on a day of either Typhoon Lagoon or Blizzard Beach water parks, and with that option, you gain free admission to the NBA experience at Disney Springs. And boom goes the dynamite. Over at Epcot, Living with the Land is getting in the holiday spirit with Living with the Land Merry and Bright Nights. In the greenhouse section of the attraction, they've added some holiday lights that they light up each evening, along with some holiday props like snowmen. It's nothing extravagant, but it's a nice little holiday kiss as you ride through this classic attraction. Speaking of some new holiday decorations, Downtown Disney has gotten in the spirit over at the Disneyland Resort. Hundreds of fluorescent trees and neon halo lights will let it glow throughout the Downtown Disney District in a whimsical, colorful celebration of the season. The trees vary in height and color combinations throughout the promenade, offering different backdrops for you and your family to take photos. While you're strolling the Downtown Disney District, you can also enjoy performances from magicians and other talented artists, including a cappella carolers. Plus, do some holiday shopping at the unique boutiques and treat shops. I've been watching them install these neon Christmas trees and lights, and I personally have such mixed opinions. I love retro throwback stuff in general, so you'd think I'd love this neon 90s throwback, but I don't know. The trees look a bit cheap, as do the halo lights. I'm not quite sure if it's just a shock to the system at the moment, or if it'll grow on me. On the plus side, it does remind me of the wonderful Glow Fest days at Disney California Adventure. Over in Disney California Adventure, we got a new holiday character cavalcade called Mickey's Happy Holidays. This cavalcade marches the standard parade route in DCA and has show stops over by the Little Mermaid Dark Ride and the Carthay Circle restaurant. This show features many random characters including Mickey and Minnie, Woody, Sadness, a country bear, Mr. Incredible, and many more, along with some marching and drumming toy soldiers. It also features a brand new song that is sure to get stuck in your head. I'm happy to see this new entertainment at Disney California Adventure in addition to Viva Navidad and the many other live entertainment options during the Festival of the Holidays. The International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions recognized Disney with 4 Brass Ring Awards for immersive products and atmosphere entertainment. Star Wars Galaxy's Edge hit it out of this galaxy with 3 Brass Ring Awards for the experiential merchandise items found on Batuu. Best Hard Good item was awarded to the personalized lightsabers created by guests at Savi's workshop. The experience is guided by ancient wisdom, yet crafted by the choices guests make before igniting it with a kyber crystal. Best Visual merchandising went to the custom astromech units built by guests at the Droid Depot that interact with the land. And Best Plush went to The Porg, which was recognized not only for the item itself, but also for the experience guests have when choosing their very own Porg from the creature stall. Additionally, in the live entertainment category, the Brass Ring Award for Best Atmosphere went to the Green Army Drum Corps, which marches through Toy Story Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios several times a day playing lively percussion sets with inspiring drum sequences. Congratulations to the folks who had a hand in all of these projects. When it comes to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, one of the theories as to why the land hasn't been as successful as anticipated is that a lot of what we're seeing isn't from a world we've known or seen in the Star Wars movies. Of course, the Millennium Falcon is the exception. Other than that, we'd never seen Batuu before, but the world of Star Wars seems to be showing us small pieces of theme park land in other parts of the Star Wars universe. In an excerpt from an article from Attractions Magazine blog, they write, In the video game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, the main character of the game collects lightsaber pieces by finding them in various crates. While playing, we came across a piece called Elemental Nature 2, which means there is also an Elemental Nature 1, and most likely more, including the other 3 themes you can choose from in Savi's workshop in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Another element in Galaxy's Edge that we knew about but didn't officially see until this week was the Mandalorian's helmet and stun gun. They both hang on the wall in Doc Ondor's Den of Antiquities in both Disneyland's and Disney's Hollywood Studios locations. Does this mean that by the time of the latest Star Wars movies, when Galaxy's Edge takes place, the Mandalorian is dead or has new armor? Those are some interesting details they picked up on over at Attractions. I think the more we see of Batuu on our various screens, the more interested guests will be in visiting Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. These are just minor details at the moment, but who knows? Maybe we'll see a visit to Oga's Cantina in some future Disney Plus series. I recently told you about Avengers Damage Control coming to the Void virtual reality experience. It was supposed to be a limited run, but it has been so popular that this Marvel-themed virtual reality experience will extend into 2020. As a reminder, Avengers Damage Control will let Marvel fans step into the MCU for the first time ever alongside their favorite heroes. Players will be enlisted by Shuri to test her latest prototype, Emergency Response Suits, created with a combination of Wakandan and Stark industry technologies. When trouble arises, guests at the Wakandan outreach centers will soon find themselves recruited into action, exploring memorable locations across the MCU. Players will fight to save the day alongside Doctor Strange, Ant-Man, the Wasp, and more. And as a reminder for this week, the 2019 Epcot International Festival of the Holidays returns November 29th through December 30th. The park celebration invites you to discover holiday cheer across all 11 World Showcase pavilions and throughout the park. Now let's get to this week's Twitter poll. Of course, this past weekend, Frozen 2 hits theaters, so I asked you folks, will you be going to see Frozen 2 this opening weekend? Your options were yes, no, maybe, or I'm seeing Mr. Rogers, meaning the movie A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, with Tom Hanks playing Mr. Rogers. Now in last place was I'm seeing Mr. Rogers with only 5% of the votes, poor Mr. Rogers, followed by a maybe with 21% of the votes. No got 35% of the votes, but the majority of you said yes with 39% of the votes. Do you agree with the results of this Twitter poll? Make your voice heard by following Dizney CTC on Twitter and taking part in the Twitter poll every week. That's Dizney CTC on Twitter. And folks, don't forget that the 2020 Disney Coast to Coast calendar is now available for purchase over at DisneyCoastToCoast.com. You can choose between a wall calendar to hang and display or a desk calendar which comes in a case for easy display on your desktop. Either way, you'll be getting a bit of Disney magic to enjoy throughout the entire year. In addition, celebrate the openings of the Disney theme parks as each one's anniversary is notated on the calendar. Head over to DisneyCoastToCoast.com and order yours now. We're almost in December, folks. 2019 is almost over, and 2020 is going to be here before you know it. Now, this episode of Disney Coast to Coast was produced by Philip Elke, who has supported the show through Patreon. If you'd like to become a DCTC producer or gain other rewards, including early access to episodes, live stream Q&As, and more, information can be found at patreon.com/DisneyCTC. That's patreon.com/DIZNEYCTC. Other than that, folks, have a magical day. Bye!
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.
Disney Coast to Coast is produced and hosted by Jeff DePauli. Learn more about the podcast and become a supporter at DisneyCoastToCoast.com.